Hello Miss, I'm Aarushi from class 10-3 and I'm very glad to meet you.
So, hello Aarushi. I am Rika Ganpatila. I am teaching English. Hello. Hello Aarushi. I am here library teacher Shani.
So, on behalf of our Carmel family, we would like to welcome you. So, let us begin with the interview right now.
Sure.
How are you feeling today?
I am feeling elated of National Reading Day as an author, and it gives me immense joy and pride to see young students pouring in their feelings and thoughts in the form of a book. And I just can't wait to read and embark on that marvelous adventure that you all have. Thank you so much.
That is really nice to know. So, I just wanted to ask another question. What made you pursue writing as a career or profession?
I've been writing since the age of 7, but that has always been a passion. I've never thought of pursuing this as a career until I completed my class 12. I used to write articles for the newspaper and for my blog. And my grandfather, he's an author himself, so he suggested this to me, that a writer cannot travel places, but a book can. So if you wish to spread your message of optimism and hope to your readers, you better pour them down in a book. And that is how I decided to step into this career of writing.
Yes.
So Aarushi, when I saw your name there, I felt that before this also I know you, I heard your name. I don't know. So did you write in 9th, 10th and all also something in newspaper and all?
Ma'am, actually I did complete my class 10 in 2018. And I started writing for newspapers in the same year, but when I shifted to NACO. But I used to write for my school magazines.
So looking at your name, I felt that maybe I read some article and all. I felt that very closely I know you. This name is very familiar to me.
Really glad to meet you. Thank you so much.
My question to you would be, ma'am, it is often observed that youngsters nowadays, their thinking is only limited up to the so-called college job of being engineer or doctor. So, what is your thought on that?
I believe no matter what career path you choose, there are numerous opportunities. And we are very fortunate to be born in a generation where non-conventional career paths are also given value. And when I talk from my experience, that when I started taking this career 6 years ago, things were a bit different. But today, when I see students of my town, my Chandrapur city, writing books, and the school is taking so much efforts to promote this, I feel that the day is not far when the things would be vice versa. More students would be moving towards non-conventional career paths, and the question will be changed. So I just can't wait for that change to happen.
So, another question would be, what do you think, according to you, is preventing youngsters from not going for author?
Okay, we're not going for this writing field. Okay. I believe maybe from my experience, I've seen a few students, a few juniors also, who have been trying to step into the field, but I think the one thing that is stopping them is the fear of getting reviews. Because when you write in your own diary, you are the only one to read and review it. But when you put it up to people to read, there are numerous reviews that come up. And I think that somewhere stops them, because as a person who has just crossed a teenage myself, I can see that when you get criticized for the work that you have done very dedicatedly, you take a step back. I think that is what I feel pulling kids back.
So, as we know, one of the book name is Tiny Tales with Tinsy. So, how did you got that title? Means it plays any significance in your life?
Yes, it surely does. When I decided to write stories for children, I decided the stories would be very short and very tiny, because we all are adolescents, we can read big books and we can read 10 pages of a story. But when it comes to children, they have a very less attention span. So therefore, I thought the tales would be tiny. And when it comes to Tinsy, she is the narrator of my children's book series, and her name means Tinsy itself means tiny. And Tinsy is also my pen name. So I wanted to have a pen name for children's literature, and that is how Tinsy was born.
Another question is, do you have any future plans, like you are writing something for future?
Yes, like the Tiny Tales with Tinsy hasn't published recently, so I've taken a short break, but I'll definitely start writing a book for teenagers after a few months.
I would love to read.
Thank you so much.
I would like to ask one question. How can we encourage others to pursue their interest in reading and writing?
I believe it takes 21 days to start a habit, be it reading, writing, studying, or anything. So, as I said, you can start small. We can ask even your friends or even the students who are younger than you to start small. They can read a small quote, a small poem, or something like that, so that they can at least know what is their area of interest. Because I might like reading a novel, but you might like reading a sports article. So, the areas of interest differ. So, you can start by that, and once a child knows what is his or her area of interest, then definitely I think there's no coming back once you start reading.
And also, I wanted to know what was your parents' role in supporting you in to choose in this field?
I've been very fortunate because my parents have been very supportive. I've had a very much a career shifts during my journey. I wanted to be a pilot, I wanted to be a business executive, and then I shifted to being a writer. And they have been supportive in all my paths. So they have never, I don't know if they have ever thought of this, why is she taking up a non-conventional path, why is she doing that. They are not here today, they are out of town, but they have been more excited than me because I have been invited here in the school. So I think that proves they have been very supportive in everything.
So, are you planning to make writing as your profession?
Yes, ma'am.
So, never you felt like, especially when you have gone and got into Minerva, people are going after NEET, JEE, writing and all, reading. Nowadays, it is considered by young generation as boring part, right? Painting and all. So, never you felt like any doubt whether I am going to correct path or I am taking risk.
I did feel in the beginning, but when I started with non-fiction book, my articles were published, so I had the reviews of my readers. And similarly, in terms of the children's book, I had created a WhatsApp group during lockdown where I used to share some stories written by me. So, the parents used to share their reviews and stories need to be short, keep the pictures interesting and all that way. So, I had the reviews and the support of my readers. So, that boosted me to continue writing, and that is why I decided to take
The same way when we have support of our students, we can go out and
Definitely.
And rather than this book, Aarushi, many books you have read. From that book, which is the best book you have read ever?
As respected father principal also said that he loved reading children's literature, till the time he was in his college. So even I had that kind of a transition in terms of reading. Till I was in class 10, I used to love reading the books by journalists till today. Those were my favorite. Those were children's literature, but I enjoyed reading it. But there was a book, that book was gifted to me by somebody, and it was The Alchemist. And that really inspired me. Everything I don't know if I can highlight a specific point because the book itself is very inspiring. I still reread that whenever I need some inspiration or motivation for my life, and it actually boosts me up every time.
So, Aarushi, other than writing and all, what are your hobbies?
Ma'am, other than writing, I love reading, of course, reading books. And I do have a little love for drawing, though I'm really bad at that. But I love drawing because I enjoy doing that. It's just for fun. I don't know if those drawings are worthy of showing it to you all, but I do that for my fun. It gives me relaxation and it makes me happy.
So, what is your favorite genre to read right now?
Right now, I would love to read children's literature.
Okay.
So, suppose when you are emotionally disturbed, so how this reading or writing helps you?
When I'm emotionally disturbed or even when I'm facing a writer's block, I would say, reading definitely helps. Sometimes I read books written by eminent authors. Sometimes I just go through a newspaper reading. Sometimes I just go through my book or maybe a blog or anything. And it gives me, just as I said also, reading takes you to a world that you never knew exists also. So it just gives me a break from my lifestyle and it takes me to an adventure of different emotions and I feel really relaxed. So I think this is one of those activities that lets me enjoy myself for a moment and then get back to my writing.
And I have seen children in childhood, they are made to read or love books by their parents. As they come to teenage, they feel that all these things are useless. They turn to technology and all. So how can we inspire such children to go on with reading and
I believe that if the habit of reading is inculcated in the kids from the childhood, then maybe if it's their own will, if they are into reading with their own will, they can continue reading it. But if it's not, so just like we have National Reading Day today in the school, so activities like this can actually encourage students to read. I believe most of the students who are a part of the program would be excited. Maybe not to read other books, but at least the book written by their own friends, their own classmates. And I think this is a very beautiful initiative. And I think there will be a lot of wonderful writers and readers coming out of this with this.
So we were told that the guest who is going to come is very young one and all. We were very eager. So we are very happy to meet you today.
Thank you, ma'am. Same here. Thank you so much.
What kept you motivated to choose this writing as a profession?
It was the genuine feedback and reviews of my readers that always kept me going. Like I had a blog on Instagram that I started in 2018 and I had to shut that down for various reasons, maybe during exams or some other reasons. But it was, they had neither unfollowed me, they neither stopped reading my work. Even if I have not posted anything since past few months, even now. But I know if I share something, my readers will be the most excited and the most supportive ones. So I've been really glad. I think the motivation for writing about spreading optimism and hope comes from my environment, and my readers are the best examples for that. So really grateful to be blessed with such wonderful readers.
At the end, I would like to ask, what will be your message to youngsters? What will be your message to youngsters to pursue their interests?
To all my young readers, writers, and also budding professionals, no matter what career path you choose, one thing you should remember is there are a lot of opportunities available in every field. Either you want to become a doctor, a writer, a teacher, or any field. It's just you need to look around. There's a chapter in my book that says, when all doors are closed, use a window. So, I mean, I might be looking in the front and I think there's no opportunity, but sometimes looking up or looking down under the ground, you will find there is tiny opportunity waiting for you to just grab that and move ahead in your journey. So, no matter what career path you choose, just keep moving ahead, keep taking positive feedbacks, also criticisms that will help you, and just keep marching towards your goals.
Thank you, Aarushi.
Thank you,
Same
ma'am.
picture like you. As English teacher, I feel so. Because reading is day by day going on decreasing. Children are struggling to get vocabularies and all. So someone like you should be there to motivate the students.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks very much.